welcome to another video. I am your personal funky sim pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko and I will be your captain for today's flight. That's right. That's absolutely right. Today's flight will take us from the Chicago Midway airport in the United States of America to Cleveland International Airport, also in the United States of America. We'll be using real-world time, real-world weather, TSX, and the Aerosoft Simple Traffic tool. And that is basically about it. Let's get the timer out of the way, and let's get the pump out of the way as well. So we're parked here at the Chicago Midway International Airport. If you look at the chart, if you see what this airport is, it's like the designers, the city planners or whatever, it's like they were playing Sim City, and they felt like, oh, we need an airport, and then doink, 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 they just put the airport there, and there you go. This is like this square airport, and they got these runways just running across diagonally, and that's it, and around their city. That's quite an interesting airport, I must say. Never flown there myself. I've flown to and from the airport a couple of times on the channel, and off the channel as well. And might be a little bit windy. You can see it's actually quite windy, I think, if you judge by looking at the engines, the blades spinning around in the wind. So we got we got the ground power unit hooked up as well. Alright man, let's get inside. It's getting way too exciting outside. It's a little more chill inside, isn't it? So we can calm our voices and we can chill. We can calm our voices and we can chill. There's always something bleeping. Right, so what do we do? It's going to be a simple flight. It's like 1 hour flight time, maybe a little bit less. Battery 1 and 2 go on. The external power is available. And crew oxygen supply goes on. Ground control goes on. Strobe lights, nav lights, and we arm the should we arm these? It's the aiders. We turn on the aiders so they can acquire a signal. And the overhead integrated lights are always welcome. And I got a bunch down here as well. And I'm always a huge fan of those, for using them. Let's set our squawk code now that we're down to 3121. And we go squawk transponder on. Right, so the aircraft is starting up. Looks like we're running late on the flight plan. So we got KMDW, so Chicago Midway to KCLE, Cleveland Airport. That's our route. So the METAR, let's see, 1953 Zulu, that's the latest one. Wind is 190, 12 knots with gusting up to 24 knots. Visibility 10 statute miles. Fuel clouds at 7,000 feet, broken at 8,500, broken at 25,000 feet. Temperature 8 degrees and dew point -07. altimeter to 998. Arrival 21013 knots, gusting up to 80. 10 statute miles, broken 6500. 120 overcast 250. Quite gloomy there, I think. QH 3016. So let's start up GSX. I'll request boarding. So I got the CFM 56. Got the correct database, Eric cycle right there. So is the boarding starting, or usually you will get this message? Boarding has been requested. Okay. Yes, please. So, if you ever want to hear me complain about GSX, this is one of the things that makes me complain. So, it starts boarding with passengers now. So let's leave the door open, nice. So look outside. And that's the baggage handlers. Those are pretty cool vehicles. I'm liking them. Alright. Let's get back to the flight deck.
Boarding pass, please. This way. This way.
Let's open the bulk one as well. Oh, that didn't take. Oh, that doesn't. Alright, whatever. Alright. Let's continue setting up the FMC from the MCDU. Delta Airlines 812, Midway to Cleveland. Estimated time on route 48 minutes. So the NSA page, we request our flight plan as well.
Hello. This way, please.
So coast landings and cruising altitude, we'll have a look at the airspeed. The coast index 10, cruising altitude 350. wind. Let's request some wind information, that is. Done. So flight plan, the basic flight plan is it. We will need to enter the departure and arrive. We'll be departing from runway 22 left, and there is no departure to fly, no SID. Excuse me for that. We do have the Browns 4 arrival at KCLE for runway 24 right. So taking off, departure 22 left. That's pretty cool. It actually says the course along with it. Let's just do a race a little bit. So if you go Midway, departure, you have all the available runways, and it also says their course, and from that there's the ILS. It also has the ILS frequency. It's pretty nice. So we can see we have runway 22 left. The length is 1964 meters, and the course is 223. So we could, for instance, put in 223. Oops, there goes my controller. Having combined of its own. So we could put heading 223 in case we, shortly after departure or during departure, we all of a sudden need to. Oh, this setting is undone. Wait a minute. I reversed it, or actually I set some optimum settings, but then you see this fuzzy effect when looking from a distance. And I'll be damned if I remember what that was again. I'll have to look that up again, because this is not nice. I don't like it. So 223, I believe it was 223. So well, you know, we could enter that there if you want. Let's select it. 22 left. No SID. So insert. I will check the discontinuity later. And then we click KCLE, our arrival airport, and then we choose an arrival for that airport. And then our runway, I have to check again, 24 right, Browns 4. So 24 right, ILS 24 right. And then we got the Browns 4 arrival. Transition BENJO, I think I saw BENJO in there somewhere. So transition BENJO. And we can insert. There you go. I'm curious, I hope it's smart and it doesn't put BENJO in twice, and it did not, so that's good news.
Good afternoon. Boarding pass, please.
So from Elroy to Shirk, we should check that out, how that's going to be like. And if we check here, after departure to 110, and then we basically go direct to LEWKE, so I guess we can just, that's not going to work. Hang on 1 second, so clear, just first clear these messages, and clear that flight plan discontinuity. Do you want, yes, I want to insert empty, and there it's gone. This will be our departure. Let's zoom out a little bit. Well, it looks fine. So we'll take that for sure. Let's also have a look at the arrival. And let's click here. Does it work like this? Not really sure. So Midway, let's just go through the flight plan. It's going to work for us. Need to find the right angle here, so we have everything in view. So we need the parameters. We need the navigation display, and we need the buttons down here. so LEWKE, ZIINE, BENJO,
Good afternoon.
Couch,
Good
and
afternoon.
I can't read it, Fry, and McCoy, Red Zone, Golik,
Hello?
what is that? Browns,
Good afternoon.
Browns, Golik. What the hell is this Golik, man? Are we going up? To Turkey,
Hello?
QE, Deacon, Elroy. And then after Elroy, it says manual, and then Shark. Let's see where Shark is. But judging from those lights, it's not going to be any big problem, I'm guessing. That I do not understand, so now I see it. We need to go the other direction. So after Elroy, we can just connect these until that will be fine. So we can delete the manual,
Good afternoon.
insert, and then we can delete the flight plan discontinuity sitting on the top there. Insert, and that should be gone. And now we have something looks a bit more normal. We got Elroy to Shark to Groza and then onto the ILS. So that is planned as well.
May I see your boarding pass? Welcome on board.
So we got flight plan. Basically we'll now need the NSB page for the fuel. Boarding is still happening, but we can have a look.
Hello?
Okay, start by having a look at the fuel. That's something we can definitely already enter. Summary and fuel. So we will bring with us block fuel 5128 for 5.1, 5.2 and 2.2 for the reserve fuel, final reserves plus alternate. So 5128,
Good afternoon.
let's say 5.2, put that in the block fuel there.
May I see your boarding pass?
Zero fuel weight and zero fuel weight center of gravity. We'll have to wait until the passengers start have finished
Hello?
boarding. In the meantime, we can start up the APU.
This way.
So APU starting, and let's actually also turn on the beacon light. Oh, maybe it's a little premature. Let's leave that up. We can turn on the no smoking sign and the fasten seatbelt signs are on the emergency exit lights. And anything else? Well, fuel pumps we can open them as well. So 125 out of 133 passengers, so the boarding is almost finished. Baggage handlers are done as well, and again they did not close the doors, or at least did not give us any kind of heads up or something, so that we could close them. So we'll just look outside and we'll do it ourselves. No worries, we got the buttons for it. So let's press them. There's button 1, there's button 2, there you go. That's the visual confirmation. Look at them close. There you go. That's boarding should be finished. Let's check the local QNH now. Aircraft wants to know that as well. Aircraft loaded, very good. My flights, so we are a little bit delayed, as you could see. So we got QNH 3016. So I've been experimenting with the graphic settings. So I've been using the the NVIDIA preferred settings, but now when you change the dials and you're from a certain distance, they will appear blurry. It's a little weird. Like this, you cannot really see what's going on. When you're on top of it, however, it will look perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong. That's a bit of an annoyance. Let's set this to the cruising altitude now that we're up here, 35,000. So boarding has finished. That means that we can now check the weight, and then we can get going. So where do we do that? Fenix and mass and balance. So zero fuel weight, 56.6, and then we got 30.3, so 56.6. And 30.3. That's a zero fuel weight and a zero fuel weight center of gravity. Block fuel will be 5.2. The rest is now being calculated. We already have the trip winds from downloading the winds earlier. And these are the numbers we're going to be taking. I'm not really sure about the trip slash time. I think the trip there it says 1.8, and I thought we had like 2.1 for the final reserves. 2.1, let's say 2.2, so do we just enter that there and it's going to adjust the reserve time, so from 47 minutes it should go up like, I don't know, 15 or whatever. Let's see how this is going to work. Does it accept? It does not. And if we do forward slash, it would not make any sense, but I want to try anyway. Alright, so let's just forget about that. We can fly like this perfectly fine. So finally, performance page. So I got the performance calculator. That will be this one. So runway 22 left, the runway surface will be dry. Let's calculate. So 126 V1, rotate 126 V2 129, transition altitude 18,000 feet. Thrust reduction and acceleration altitude is 2,110, same as for the engine out acceleration. Flex takeoff temperature will be 64 degrees, and we're going for a flap 1 takeoff. So 64 degrees, 126, 129. So we enter the 64 degrees in the flex takeoff temperature. We have flap 1. And then we have 126. Rotate will be 126 as well, and the V2 will be 129. Transition altitude 18,000, thrust reduction acceleration, that's all okay. So we can use these numbers. So if you ask me, well, we're pretty much good to go. Let's turn on the APU bleed so we can start up the engines, and let's call the tug. So let's get rid of the ground power unit, and the chocks can be removed as well.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Very good, Trudy. We're waiting for you. Let's check her out outside. Look, from afar, she looks like a redneck dude, well in his 50s. Oh, but coming closer, definitely changing.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Can leave that for now. Predictive wind shear goes on. Okay, so for the pushback, runway 2 to left. So here's our funny looking airport again, with little square. It's like I said, it's like, what's the game, Sim City. Like we need an airport and you get a square airport, so they make use of every damn square inch. 2 to left, that's actually right behind us. So how will we push back? Is there even space? We just can push onto the runway. Alright, so let's have a look outside. What it's going to be looking like will make a little bit more sense. So I'm guessing pushback nose to the left. So let's request nose to the left and tail to the right.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brake release.
Commencing push.
Canonical straight.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Right, can start the engines. So we have the engine start selector already on. So let's go and start up engine number 1. And the Airbus all does it for you. You can see the N2 is just rising, and then at some point the EGD will start to rise, and the N1 will start to rise as well. And it's all doing it on its own. So this is going to be one of our shortest taxi, well, just, sure man, just push us through the ground vehicle there. Sure man, why not? Well, we got insurance. Well, I must say, it is effective. And if they don't stop now, I'm going to ask them to stop. Actually, this might even be better. Look at that. Right, let's stop here.
Please set parking brake.
Parking brake
Waiting
set.
your confirmation for a good engine start.
Oh yes, we were starting the engines. Alright, so let's start up engine number 2. Engine number 1 looks available.
Tapes around your waist and click together. Pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate the life jacket inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate it by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into this tube and whistle for attracting attention. The cabin crew can assist you with life jackets for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrests down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. Further information regarding your safety on board can be found in the in-flight magazine. We hope you have a great flight.
Well, here we are, people. It's pretty funny. Alright, let's get back and let's confirm we have 2 running engines. Confirm good engine start.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
That's a very straightforward departure. It's basically a direct to LEWKE. I'm thinking we can do that.
Unlocking gear.
There you go, the nose is being lowered. That went really fast actually.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Right.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Yeah, but what about that ahead? Okay, so that's the cabin crew there ready as well. Let's listen.
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
You know what, Debbie? That is some awesome stuff. Thank you so much. You just sit your ass down, girl, okay? And we're going to get this bird up in the sky, and then we're going to drop some eggs on some heads, okay? Love you. Okay, so she's a real sweetheart. Okay, so we got the message there. We're just going to clear it out for now. So quick sanity check before we go. Everything else should be ready. We're squawking Charlie. So let's turn on the runway turn-off lights, and the nose wheel steering lights go to taxi. You can turn off the APU if you want. We'll just do that. Turn off the APU bleed. Now, did we have a PAX on or off departure? PAX will be off. Alright, parking brake released. Let's quickly set the auto brake to max for takeoff, and we arm the ground spoilers. And should be it. And the strobe light can go on as well. We forgot to turn on the beacon light actually. A little late, so let's turn it on now. Just first properly light on here. So it's a really interesting small little airport in the middle of the city. Parking brake set. So the beacon lights can go on as well. And I'm thinking that is it, so let's just start the timer. And release the parking brake. And let's get out of here. It's going to zoom in for the correct setting here on the throttle, because that's always a little bit funny. You can go to Flex MCT. And check that it's in. Yes. Alright. Go for pressure on the stick a little bit. Rotate. So we have positive right, gear up. And for now let's just try flying, following the flight directors. And with an Airbus type of aircraft that's actually quite simple, because you do not have to hold the stick. Here comes our turn to the left. So basically you put in the correct amount, the right amount of G-force, like this, and you let go. And basically, well, it's not perfect. And let's set the thrust lever to climb. And that is in. But yeah, this steers like a lot easier than, for instance, the RJ100 or some other more like old school aircraft. The fly-by-wire system is very nice to fly, and that's it. So basically I'm not giving any input now, just you request or demand the right amount of G-force, and then that will hold it. That's a very clever system. So speed 160. So there's the airport. Look at that. So there's an entire city around it, and there's this little square, you know, and that's the airport. There's Chicago, and I believe there's the Meigs airfield, that's the one that used to start Microsoft Flight Simulator 2004, I believe, a little long ago. Let's keep on chasing the needle. Let's engage the autopilot. So our flaps are still out. TCAS is on standby. Let's put that on the ARA. And turn off the runway turn-off lights and the nozzle steering. Flaps retracted. So this is what I mean. If you can see there, the you cannot even read it. It's just like blurry. That is so stupid. But I don't know which setting it was. So if we can manage without it for now, then I'm good. That's on our way to LEWKE, and then ZIINE. Cruising altitude will be 35,000 feet, or 9,100. See, is there anything we can clean up? I think we can leave those, we can turn that one off for now. What's our pitch? It's lowering a little bit. So let's turn off the landing lights and the fasten your seatbelt sign. So there's some clouds for us. Let's check the other side as well. It's probably the same cloud. Alright, man. 11,200. So 18,000 feet will be the transition altitude. So at which point we will use the standard barometric pressure. Landing lights are still on. I guess I never turned them on. Or I put it the other way. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, there's that. So ZIINE, then the top of climb, BENJO. And then from BENJO, so pretty straightforward. You get the couch and then the top of descent. And we got a couple of waypoints. And we settle down. Engines in climb thrust 88.3 is what it's targeting, and we're doing 88.2 on the right engine, 88.5 on the left engine. So decent to meet. $24 up here on the flight deck. Actually, it seems a little bit hot. The rest of the aircraft as well. I forgot to turn off the packs. They are on, so let's make it a lot colder here, and maybe not as cold in the back. we can also check this on the... I can't read it on the delete page, the condition page. So basically we're pumping in 16 degrees, 15 degrees, so that's just going to bring our temperature down. We do the same in the other compartments, only a little bit less. feet. So that's transition altitude. So I believe we pull, and there you go, it goes to standard. So we're pretty much on target. We got constraints on. Alright, so let's have a look at our descent and our arrival. Finally the approach. So we'll be landing the Cleveland 24 left. 109.79, approach course 238, and glide slope starts at 2,000 feet at Feller. Missed approach, climb to 1,300 feet, then climb left, turn to 3,000 feet on heading 200, and outbound on the DJB DOR, radio 143 to Saddle. What is Saddle? Intercept. Saddle looks like a waypoint. Arrows at the holding point, I guess. Alternate missed approach holding, okay. Well, I'm saying okay, but I'm never going to be able to pull that off if today, not today at least, if we're going to land and, oh, let's do a go around. Oh yeah, I landed, man. Yeah. All you do, you just do this and that. No, man. It's going to take a lot more practice. So I'm trying to get into that a little bit more. It seems to be going alright. Transition level flight over 180. So anyway, what we need to know basically is the start of the glide slope 2,000 feet. It's at 5.4 nautical miles from the ILS, and the decision altitude will be 100 feet. Those are basically the numbers I'm mostly interested in, and then of course the go around as well. So we basically put in 3,000 feet in the box. Actually, this one up here. 3,000 feet in the box, and then we should have an arrival chart as well. So fly 240, and then we can start descending. McCoy 210, 190, 17,000, winds 14,000. So take us to to Browns, and from Browns to Turkey. And what was it there? Dixon, did you have that as well? Elroy. So we'll take this one, I think. So Turkey, Deacon, Elroy, and then after Elroy, we just hook up to the next waypoint. If you wanted to, we could insert like herb or curtain or something. We'll check that out in a bit. Still climbing though, flight level 258. Top of climb, slightly before BENJO. See the performance page. We can enter our destination data in here. check the latest weather. So Cleveland, this was issued 1951 Zulu. And this is 2051 Zulu, alright. So 19010 knots. That's QNH 3014. So this is subject to change, but at least we got something. Temperature is 03 degrees. Did it say 190 at 10? And 3 degrees centigrade. Radial altitude, I believe, was 200 feet. 100 feet. Very nice, you just type in 100 and you click on radio. As opposed to some aircraft where there's a little button and you just hold it and it just scrolls whatever. Here you just type it in and you have your info. So this is configured for a full flap landing. The approach speed will be 134 knots. And I believe that's taken into account the wind correction. I believe this is probably our, well, I'm not really sure if that's the case. So let's have some headroom there. At least we're not going to go below 134. So that's the setup right there. What's the time? We're now 21:10. So I don't know when we'll be expecting the next weather report. So for now, this is what we'll use. So the wind 190 and our runway 24. It will be a bit of a crosswind. Not too bad, not too bad. To check the final bits of the flight plan here. Fly McCoy, winds, Golik, Browns, 30. Elroy, Shirk, Groza. This is saying 24 right, and I think the one that we're looking at here, 24 left. Look at that, man. Screw this chart. Unless we're just going to land on, we're just going to have to tell the aircraft we're landing on a different runway. Maybe that's quicker. See, let's find the correct chart. Airport. So 24 right, category 1, take this one. So we got Groza, Shirk, so we're coming from Elroy, so we could maybe like enter Borney, just to have a little space in between. Let's see, otherwise it will be, it's not going to change too much, I think.
Traffic.
I don't want traffic. I am traffic. Alright, they're definitely on an inbound course. But they're like 300 feet above us. So that's basically what it is, TCAS system. It is not an alert for watch out for your life. It's just an alert for look out the window. You're going to see some awesome views of another aircraft. Look at that, man. Look at those speeds. So cool. Oh well. So we have 2-4 right. So Shirk, Groza, Shirk, Groza, Shirk. And let's see, we'll put in Graham. That seems like a good one, Graham. GLHMM. And I think we put it on to Shark. Let me just see. Yeah, I think so, and I think that's going to insert it there. Insert. So now we get Elroy, Graham, and then let's have a look at it at the plan page. There you can see exactly what's going on. So now basically we'll have a little bit longer space before, so that we have a little bit more time to properly align and configure everything. So Graham, and then we'll just hook those up. I don't think we need another waypoint. That should do it. $2,000, 3,000, 5,000, and speed 210. So after couch is the top of descent. We're now at cruising altitude, 35,000 feet. So what we have to do now is maybe nothing. We'll have to check the radio altitude for the new runway. That will be 150. So performance page, next phase, approach. So 150 on the radio altitude. The rest of the values should be fine. The QNH is just weather related. Transition flight level should be, it looks like it says 185. And it does. Why the hell? Can we just put 180? Or does it really need the FL? Oh, there you go. 180. It's basically clouds today, looking out the window. So let's have another look at the going on procedure. If there's a missed approach, so basically we are landing 24 right. The heading is 238. You can already see it here, but let's see what they're saying. Missed approach, you climb to 1700 feet, and then climb a right, turn to 3000 feet, and then direct to TJB VOR, and hold. So there's a holding pattern at Dryer. And probably this is also already in the systems. It's really cool, the Airbus like that. Let me show you what I mean. Instead of dialing in all the frequencies, you go to the RadNav page, radio navigation, and this will basically pick up. It will either pick up VORs along the route. But it will also populate the necessary fields. So you have the dryer VOR already in here, 113.6. I think if you go to the hold, does this one have a hold button? Thought it had a holding button. Doesn't look like it, at least I don't see it. But probably has the hold built into the flight plan. If you go to KCLE 24, so we scroll down. So we have our arrival, so LEWKE. So the white one won't move, that's our destination, okay? So, see Turkey, decelerate, Elroy, Grahamshire, Groza, that's the runway. And then as you go around, so 1700, you pitch up to reach 1700 feet. You put the flaps back by one flaps, I think, basically. Once you see that you're going up, basically, so positive rate of climb, you retract the landing gear. And from there it gets a little bit fuzzy for me. You should check also, when you do this, that you actually go into going out mode. So the primary flight display, these boxes here, they should reflect it. I'm not really sure what exactly the values are. It should say GA at one thing for go around, and something track something. So there's that to confirm as well. And then this will be the waypoint, the next waypoint basically. So you climb to 1700 feet, and then you climb to 3000 feet. And you turn to the DJB, and then there's a holding pattern, and it says R. So I'm guessing it knows that it's a holding pattern that is right turning pattern based, if that makes sense. So here's the dryer VOR with the holding pattern, and they're doing a right hand pattern. So in a sense, it's you know, the Airbus does a lot of stuff for you, but at the same time, comprehending all of it, man, that's something else. So holding right, not sure what next. Maybe, let's see, to get out, or is this like just program in like this, and then end of plan. After that, you know, you're on your own. So you're just going to die in that pattern. So at least you know what to expect. Alright, here basically is the arrival sort of lining up. The top of the descent is getting closer. Actually getting quite close. The south zone. Yeah, let's actually start descending right now. Just going to put in 15,000 to start with, just to get her down. So basically we should go fry, and there was one waypoint we could not go below, so that had a absolute constriction. Let's fly, it's flight level 240. So let's first descend to 240. And let's arm it again, or execute actually. And let's just check if that's working. It's an open descent, going for the blue altitude, 240, and the thrust levers are now to idle. You will not see the thrust levers move, but the fly-by-wire system is moving the thrust output on the engine. Speed-wise, we should here be at 0.76. We're going slower, that's perfectly fine. At flight 260. Well, that's basically what you are at now. Let's increase the fuel level. Actually, looking at it from here, it would appear that once we reach the blue arrow there, that's actually when we'll be at 2,400 at a flight level 240. So how the hell are we going to make that to fly in 70 nautical miles? Let's try expedite descent. You can see also we're above the descent path basically. There comes a little, so let's just go to vertical mode, I guess. The vertical speed, but not as crazy. And actually I'm watching the right screen there now. It's very convenient. So you're just using the little scroll button here on the VS. And you basically determine when you're going to be there. So if we descend with 3200 feet, that's where we'll end up. So our speed is increasing a little bit. At this point it's not too big of a problem, but we may have to keep it in check at some point. So after flying, we'll get McCoy at flight level 210. Flight is coming up in 4 miles. It looks like we'll make that for sure. And then we'll need to be at flight level 210. So just keep on going now, 210. And we can go a little easier on our descent rate. And the arrow moves up, so that's quite nice. So then we can control our speed a little bit better. Because we're now already at 310 knots. Let's put in a little bit of air brake or speed brake. Can we just do it incrementally? So like halfway. Speed's definitely dropping now, so that's alright. So that's our Delta Airlines above the clouds of the United States today. Let's stay on it. So 210 coming up. Then 190. So let's just keep on going. So this is interesting, it's now not in vertical speed, we can do that, but I just want to see, this is a good position I guess, so the speed's getting more and more under control there. I mean we're going nose down, but we're still going slower and slower, so that's a good thing. So it will give us a lot more control basically. Start, so we're almost there. Up next will be 17,000. We can dial it in, but we do not. It actually goes to vertical speed now. Let's not do that. Alright, so there was a message for the speed brake. That's a very helpful reminder, so let's retract those. Alright, so 170. And then try open descent. So let's go to idle. And it looks like we will sort of make that. Almost passing 18,000 feet. Let's have a look, we had 3014. So let's refresh. 3014, I think that's the same one, okay. So let's go to local QNH, 3014 on both sides. And let's turn on the passenger sign, or the seatbelt sign. So 14,000 feet. Open descent. And we might not make that at this rate. Then we go to 11,000. Open descent, thrust idle. And looks like we will not make that at this rate, so vertical speed. Yeah, let's do that, vertical speed. On our way to Golik. That's quite steep. Let's look outside. Looks quite steep. I'm going to pull out the speed brakes again. Oh, this is okay. I was aiming for Golik, but it should have been brown. But again, rather this than the other way around. Let's see, so we can decrease our rate of descent. It's going up. That's coming. Oh, basically it's 11,000 then. Yeah. Okay. And then up next will be 7,000. So yeah, unlike another aircraft, we don't have to actually enter the ILS frequency, and you know the runway approach course heading. We do have to enter the new altitude or the decision altitude. Flight control speed brake still out. I know, man. Is this like not advised, or actually that I want to start? Well, it's a good pointer for flying at 11,000 feet. Doing straight flights with air brakes out, that's going to be dangerous eventually, I can imagine. So 7,000 coming up. See how she goes like this. It looks to be okay for now. So slowly descending. Let's turn on the landing lights. Is Browns on the way to Turkey, 50 nautical miles. Final approach speed, I believe, was 134. With the flaps fully down and the gear down. Let's have a look here. Let's leave this page on. Let's go to performance page on this side. 134. Cool, that's the blue below us. Alright, on the way to 7,000 at Turkey, and then it will be 6,000 or above, 5,000 or above. KCLE 24 right. KCLE 24 right. Where is it? There you go. And the radio will be 058. And the distance will be 3.3. That is short. So still on our way to Turkey, so we're good there. There's the extended runway center line. I think that's the blue one here, or is it? Yeah, I'm thinking that's the blue one there, shark, there you go. So up next will be 6,000 feet, and then 5,000. Let's go to 5,000 feet. And then 5,000 at Elroy and speed 210 knots. And the speed is definitely going back. So let's turn on the runway turn-off lights and the nose wheel steering lights, and let's also start up the APU. And we arm the ground spoilers. And we'll set the auto brake for low. Speed 210, flap 1. So then Graham 3,600, so let's just go 3,000. 1.3 nautical miles from Elroy. Speed's getting quite low actually. Maybe because of the flaps. Maybe I don't know. Let's descend to 3,000 feet. So this is now taking us to Grain, the one that we inserted, and then to Shark. Just so we have some time to line up. Ground spoilers aren't, seatbelt signs on, no smoking signs on, engines to ignition, company message APU available, landing lights are on. Alright, standing by for a right turn. Let's see what for altitude going to be. When are we at 3,000? Fairly shortly. Let's turn on the localizer. Localizer's intercepted. Let's turn on the landing system as well actually. Good thing to see that they work independently in that sense. So we have the localizer signal here. On our way to Shark, then grows our speed 139, 135. There's a runway, 24 right will be ours. So let's arm the approach as well. Category 3 single, turn on AP2 as well, and then we get dual. And then you could actually do an auto land with that. Just the flap 2. $1,700 and 3,000. We already actually have 3,000 in the box. Glide slope capture. 6.4 nautical miles. Let's drop the gear, go flap 3. And alert the cabin crew. Cabin crew, take your seats for a landing. Right, reaching final approach speed. Actually, can we see the VOR on here as well? Maybe if we turn on VOR there. There's the DJB VOR, so that's a right turn. flaps full. We're almost at 1,000 feet, so let's turn off the autopilot.
1,000. $500. $100 above. Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50. 40.
Idle.
30. 20. Retard.
So again, it's the nose up for the flare maneuver doesn't really doesn't really respond. It's very unresponsive. Anyway, welcome to Cleveland. So I keep it rolling. Yeah, so this is definitely something I've noticed in the last couple of flights with the Fenix. That basically when I want to perform the flare maneuver, so go nose up, the aircraft seems to like respond really like slowly, as if as if the button is not working. You know, the control stick is not really picking up. It's a little weird. I do not notice it as such during departure, during the actual takeoff. Obviously, then anything less is usually better than going straight up. So maybe it's not as noticeable there, but yeah, it's definitely something that I've been noticing, and today as well. Oops. One thing at a time, man. One thing at a time, Arkady. So we can turn off the landing system and the flight directors can be turned off as well. standby. Yeah, so basically what happens then during the final moments, the aircraft appears to be in too much of a nose-down position and doesn't really brake, you know, like air brake feels like, and so basically bounces back up. Looks like would actually have been better taxiing on by this end. Those places look really small there though. Well, there might be one here on the left, but they look a little bit funny. Look at that, with the jetway straight through the yellow line there. Let's go for that one right there. Just run over the little ground vehicle there. So it's going to be interesting to see what the jetway is going to do. Anyway, so wheel stop. Parking brake set. Engine 2 disengaged. Engine 1 disengaged. I thought we cleaned up the ground spoilers. Let's see, GSX, can they help us in any way? Doesn't really look like it, so that'll be fine. Have a look outside, see if we're still in one piece. So yeah man, once again, welcome at Cleveland International. So it was a bit of a challenge to keep the power under control at some points. but well, made it down in one piece, and there's maybe like maybe 30% less people with the PTSD now than on other flights. So that's definitely what you could call a huge improvement. So, very nice. I think we can still see the people sitting inside. And there they are. Hello, people. Alright, man. Thank you very much for checking. I'm your personal funky same pilot, and I will see you at the next video. Bye bye.